Peace and blessings, peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Brothers and sisters, peace and blessings. First and foremost, as we get into this word, we must acknowledge our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, through His only begotten Son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out. And I hope you sincere brothers and sisters are truly edified by this word. And in tonight's word, we're going to name this word, He that is without sin among you, let him first cast the stone. Okay? Let me say it again, man, so we can be clear on this. The name of tonight's word is called He that is without sin among you, let him cast the first stone. You have heard this saying before. Obviously, it is scriptural, but you have people make reference to this phrase all the time, okay? And a lot of us truly don't understand what Yahushua was getting at, okay? When he made the infamous scriptural statement, He that is without sin among you, let him first cast the stone. It's a very important lesson that we are to learn from this. And let me just say this, okay? You have a lot of individuals that throw rocks and hide hands. A lot of us do this. We throw rocks and hide hands, okay? Brothers and sisters, please be mindful before you render judgment over someone else sinning or whatnot. Check yourself first. You dig? Because for some strange reason, man, in the time that we live in, we are quick to ridicule. We are quick to show no mercy to sinners that have fallen. And I think we should be a little more compassionate, okay? Because again, you know, we are spiritual people, those that's trying to be spiritual law-abiding citizens and trying to live by the Bible best of their abilities. You know, the biggest challenge of that is we're still in the flesh. And, you know, you got to really check your flesh, man, when you are in this spiritual walk, man. And but what I see is a lot of us will not show mercy to a sinner that has fallen, to a sinner that have backslid. Instead, y'all rather hang them on the cross. You see? But like I said, man, in tonight's word, we want to speak about the woman that was caught in adultery. And Yahushua had an interesting situation that he posed for all of those that wanted this woman stoned to death. What you see on the screen is stones, okay? This is, in the ancient times, this was the mode of punishment of death, stones. What you see on the screen, wasn't no guns, wasn't knives, as far as the mode of punishment of death. It was stones. Exactly what you see on the screen. And in this lesson, you're going to find out if any stones is going to be cast when it comes to the woman being caught in adultery. We're going to pick the story up. If anybody want to, you know, follow the story of the woman being caught in adultery, it's John chapter 8, verses 1 through 11. But for the sake of time, I just want to focus on John chapter 8, verses 3 through 7 is what I want to focus on. So pay close attention to this, brothers and sisters. And picking up in John 8 and 3, it says, "And the scribes and Pharisees brought unto him," which was Yahushua, "a woman taken, a woman caught in adultery. And when they had set her in the midst," verse 4, "they say unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery in the very act." Okay, verse 5, "Now Moses in the law commanded us that such shall be stoned. But what sayest thou? Okay. Verse 6. This they said, tempting Yahushua, that they might have to accuse him. But Yahushua stooped down and with his finger wrote on the ground as though he heard them not. Verse 7, here's the point. So when they continued asking him, he raised up himself and said unto them, letters in red, he that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her. You see that? That's cold-blooded, man. Now let's really get into this so you can truly understand what is he saying and what is he really meaning by this, okay? So the scribes and Pharisees, all right, brought Yahushua a woman that was caught in adultery. And according to the Mosaic law in verse 5, they say, now Moses in the law commanded us that such should be stoned. So what they're referring to is Deuteronomy 17 verse 7, when it speaks about witnesses must throw the first stone by way of death. Okay? So they're asking Yahushua, since this woman has committed an act that's worthy of being stoned to death, according to Moses, we know that should be her punishment. What sayest thou? And Yahushua, being very, very intelligent, okay, he acted as he didn't hear them. And instead, what did he say? He that is without sin. Okay? He that is without sin. In other words, the one who has not sinned, the one that's sinless. Okay? Cast the first stone. Okay? What you had going on, the scribes and Pharisees assumed themselves positioned judges of another person's guilt. Okay? And when Yahushua said, he that is without sin, you got to remember, these people witnessed this adultery. The scriptures say they witnessed this adultery, but they only brought the woman to Yahushua. You notice they did not bring the woman and the man. So Yahushua peeped that. Let me say that again. These people witnessed this woman being caught in adultery, but they only brought the woman and not the man that she was involved with in the adultery to Yahushua. And the man that was with the woman was not her husband. It was a man outside of her husband, which means that man she was with slept with another man's woman. So he was just as guilty of adultery just like the woman was. But they didn't bring the man. They brought the woman. So Yahushua said he without sin. You see? Because Yahushua understood the goal was for them to shame this woman as they orchestrated a plot to expose her. And the Lord peeped that, and that's why he said, he without sin, throw the first stone. You see? Yeah. And guess what happened? No stones was being thrown. Because guess why? These people was involved in adultery, and these people was involved in similar spiritual crimes. You see that? So again, it goes back to throwing rocks and hiding hands. Again, it goes back to before you render judgment over someone else, check yourself first. Okay? Don't be so quick to not show mercy to someone that have backslid. Don't be so quick to hang them on the cross. Because what you see what happened, no stones was thrown, because guess why? The conviction of sin took place and everybody hauled ass up out of there. You see that? They thought they was going to stump Yahushua with the question, but instead he stumped them. You see? Again, what's the name of the lesson, man? He that is without sin among you, let him cast the first stone. See? So, brothers and sisters, as we close out, this is the main point. If you don't get nothing else out this word, this is the main point. If we look at sins of other people's, we must be aware that we have also sinned. Let me say that again. If we look at the sins of others, we must also be aware that we have sinned. That's right, man. And that was the whole message Yahushua was sending. Yahushua was 10 steps ahead of them. And that's what I'm saying, man. Don't worry about what somebody else doing. Focus on what you need to be doing. But if you're going to catch somebody committing a crime, a spiritual crime by way of adultery, make sure you free of adultery. Make sure you free of similar spiritual crimes. Because if you got the same thing going on, but nobody ain't caught you, you're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. And we got a lot of them going on today. So I hope you sincere brothers and sisters, man, were truly, truly edified by this word. And we give all praises, glory, and honor to our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, through his only begotten Son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out. And hey, listen up, man. Times is real crazy out here. Times is real challenging. Spiritual warfare is real. And let me tell you something, man. The conviction of sin is real. So don't be out here thinking you perfect, man. Humble yourself. Get rid of that pride. And that's exactly what you had going on. You had a lot of proud people that thought they was doing something by bringing Yahushua, somebody that they thought was bogus. The whole time they was just as bogus as she was. Ain't that real? Shalom.